Hello friends, welcome to this video. If you guys are new, hello, my name is Ashton Hardy. If you're not, welcome back. Alright, spring has officially sprung, here in America at least, which means it's time to get ready for spreading our wings, shedding off that winter depresso, and hopefully get ready for some warmer weather coming up soon. But with that being said, I had a thought. A few years ago, I did a list of Scooby-Doo summer movies or Scooby movies to watch over the summer. And I wanted to do that same thing, but for springtime. So this is just purely my opinion, kind of the ones that give me spring vibes. I'm sure they could be different for you guys, and you guys can let me know your springtime Scooby movie list, but I'm gonna go through mine and kind of why I get spring vibes from them. Okay, starting off, I have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Now this one takes place at a college, at a university, and you know, it's this like big final project thing, and at least for here, there's usually a spring semester of university and an autumn semester. And so this gives me kind of that like spring break or spring finals vibes to me, and just like beginning of the year school vibes, if that makes sense. Now, I know they aren't actually in the school campus for a whole lot of the movie because they do get transported into a video game, but just the whole fact that they do go visit a university campus, and that's kind of what starts everything, gives me springtime, early of the year vibes. Next on my list, I have Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico. Now this one feels like spring break, vacation, holiday. You know, they needed something to do and their friends invited them over to Mexico, and the weather seemed to be getting a lot nicer. Now, yes, they do go to Mexico, so the weather was probably technically supposed to be different, but nonetheless, this one definitely gives me some spring break vibes, you know, kind of like at least at the early part of the movie, like a little road trip, spring break road trip, and then they get to Mexico and it's nice warm weather. They're ready to shed off that winter coats and everything. But then, of course, they fall into a mystery. Okay, next on my list, I have Scooby-Doo and the Loch Ness Monster. This one, again, gives me kind of spring break vibes. It's definitely a lot cooler, not as sunshiny and nice, I guess we could say. But either way, I do feel like this is kind of early year vibes. You know, they're going to I believe it was the Highland Games, and so, you know, they go visit some of Daphne's family, and of course they end up having to solve another mystery on their vacation. Now, this next one I feel like could go for either spring or summer, but it is Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy. This one, the gang are going on a cruise with Fred's parents for his birthday. We never actually get told like a day or time of year that his birthday is, but this one definitely seems like one of those week-long cruises for spring break. You know, everybody's excited, everybody's ready to party, and then pirates show up. Next on my list is Scooby-Doo Legend of the Phantasaur. Now this one takes off because Fred needs to do a final assignment for a school project, and so Daphne suggests going to this kind of new resort that is close by a dinosaur dig site. And so this one is giving me, you know, kind of like very end of spring vibes, you know, almost getting to summer, getting to that summer vacation, but oh, you got to get your finals in and done so you don't fail type of vibes. But they couldn't go to a dinosaur dig site and not find a dinosaur come to life. Next on my list is Scooby-Doo Stage Fright. Now this one gives me early spring vibes. I mean, yes, they go somewhere where it's rainy, but it gives me kind of that early spring vibes, you know, again, probably more like spring break, spring vacation, holiday time. But Fred and Daphne are in this kind of talent singing show, and of course they gotta do it where a spooky phantom is haunting the place. Alright, almost rounding out my list. Next is Scooby-Doo, The Sword and the Scoob. This one, again, I think gives that spring break, spring holiday vibes, that more early springtime kind of feel. Maybe they have finished up part of the semester and are on a spring break holiday where, of course, they get wrapped up in another mystery, this time a time traveling mystery. And finally, rounding out my list, I have Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2. This one kind of is that mid to late spring vibes, I would say, for me personally. You know, it almost seems like they didn't really have much else to do, so they were, you know, around the area and just in time to help Crypto the Super Dog solve a mystery. And that is my Scooby-Doo Springtime Spring Break collection. There is actually a Scooby-Doo like Spring Break 3 movie collection, which includes Camp Scare. That one is a summer movie. That one's a summer movie. I do not consider that spring. But I want to know your thoughts down in the comments below. What are your spring Scooby-Doo movies? Which ones do you like to watch during the springtime? Which one helps you kind of shed off that winter coldness? Let me know in the comments below. That's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate all of y'all watching. If you liked it, hit the like button. Let me know if you agree with me on any of these. And that's gonna do it. So until the next one, I'll catch you in the next one.